Hello there, over the peak. Start in the United States of America. Economic chart. Change in consumer credit by category just out from the Feds. You're going for credit again, eh? Right. Getting back in the saddle. The blue sticky up bars are student loans. As we've known, the wise young ones have been going to school or college or university, whatever you call it, and paying for the honour and privilege of getting that learning, and that's what the blue sticky up stuff was. The next stuff, the yellow, which has been sticky down since the start of the Great Recession, that's revolving credit. Now, revolvings, that's the credit card, isn't it? Yeah, that's the credit card. So you've been laying off the credit cards till about now. Probably next time this chart's out, it'll have a yellow sticky up one, and you'll be back at the credit cards, increasing your credit card use. And the other one is non-revolving, which is stuff like buying an auto car. And it doesn't revolve because you just have to pay what is on the contract. But it's credit, or debt, as we like to call it here. And I would think if this is out in the next quarter, it might just go positive as well. So you might have your auto loans, your credit cards, and your student loans all pointing up to more debt, please. Thank you. Bloomberg. Jobless decline, masks drop in US labour force. Really? Let's read on. What has Bloomberg found for us? The unemployment rate's unexpected drop to a 3-year low has overshadowed a less positive labour market development. Fewer Americans are looking for work. Last week's Labour Department announcement that the jobless rate fell to 8.3% in January sent stocks and bond yields higher. Stocks higher and bond yields higher. The same report showed the share of working-age people in the labour force had declined to the lowest level in 29 years. Good of them to pick up on that, isn't it? Really? Wish we'd noticed. Right, that's enough of America, and let's go to China, who I think are getting a bit ooh, because I think the Chinese authorities know what the real numbers are, and it's making them go ooh, there will be trouble ahead. China releases plan to create 45 million jobs. Beijing. China's State Council, or Cabinet, on Wednesday issued a plan to boost employment during the 2011 to 2015 period, which aims to create 45 million jobs and keep the registered urban unemployment rate within 5%. If they want it at 5%, they'll have it at 5%, whether the people are working or not. Government authorities will work to spur employment while improving employment structure and further perfecting regulations and related mechanisms to protect workers' rights and benefits according to the plan. And we read as well, China sets target of average 13% annual minimum wage rise. Reuters tells us that the annual average growth in China's minimum wages should be at least 13% in the next 5 years. Now do your little, break that into 70 and whatever. How it's doubling period. Does that mean it's a, what was the word we were on? Exponential. Is it the minimum wage in China going to be an exponential rise? 13%. 14%, according to the government job market plan for the period published on Wednesday. Raising pay is key to the job blueprint, part of Beijing 12th five-year economic plan, which aim boost employment world number 2 economy. Number one economy, bloody Americans. Minimum wages in China range from 1,500 yuan, which is $240 a month. So we can think better in $240 a month in Shenzhen, and half that in Chongqing. So about $120 a month minimum wage in Chongqing and $240 a month in Shenzhen. The government wants minimum wages to be 40% of average local salaries by 2015, according to the plan. And you can go and read the plan. At least they've got a plan. Coming over to Europe. Do you remember those numbers, by the way? What the Chinese minimum wages were? 240 a month, 120 a month. Okay, moving on. German exports set record of 1 trillion euros in 2011. Germany's trade surplus reached 158 billion euros, which is 132, this is BBC, so it's 132 billion pounds, and $209 billion in 2011. Exports that rose 11.4% to top 1 trillion euros for the first time. Deutschland, Deutschland, ober alles, or whatever it is. Do you still do that now? I've no idea. Right. We go to Reuters again, similar to the Chinese article, but this is a long one on Germany. Inside the dark side of Germany's job miracle. Jobs miracle fueled by low-wage sector boom. More wage inequality, working poor in Germany. Germany regulates jobs market as Europe deregulates, by Sarah Marsh and Holger Hansen, and it's a long article from Reuters and worth reading from the very, very top to the very, very bottom. Anja has been scrubbing floors and washing dishes for €2 an hour over the past 6 years. She is bewildered when she sees newspapers hailing Germany's jobs miracle. My company exploited me, says the 50-year-old sitting in the kitchen of her small flat on the eastern German town of Stralsund. If I could find something else, I'd be long gone. So, €2 an hour. I did a quick calculation here. We've got where did I write it down? 133, the exchange rate. Now these are short-term working jobs, so that would be 133. So it's short-term working, so you can't actually do it for a month because you wouldn't be allowed to work that long. But if Anja, dear, scrubbing the floors, €2 an hour, that's at 133 multiplied by 40 and then times 4 for the 4 weeks of the month, making a monthly amount which would be just over $400 a month. $400 a month. In China, what was it? 200 and let's go back. Let's get this right. 240 or $120 a month, and now in Germany 400. But we read later in the article, Labour office data show the low-wage sector grew 3 times as fast as other employment in the 5 years to 2010, explaining why the job miracle has not prompted Germans to spend much more than they have in the past. Pay in Germany, which has no nationwide minimum wage, can go well beyond €1 an hour, especially in the former communist East Germany states. Now, that would make just over €200 a month if it was extrapolated up to euros a month. And that's in between Shenzhen and Qingchong. This fella says, I've had some people earning as little as 55 cents per hour. That's half a euro. So that would be about $100 a month if it was stretched out for the entire month. Said Peter Hufken, the head of Stralsund's job agency, for the first of its kind to sue employers for paying too little. He is encouraging other agencies to follow suit, and quite bloody right too. It's still got to pay European prices when you're getting paid 100. I know, it's not as easy as that, but that's giving you a flavour of what is happening and how you become an economic production, manufacturing, exporting, jobs, miracles, superstate. You crush the workers' wages as low as you damn well can. Speaking of crushing the workers' wages as low as you damn well can, Catamarini, dramatic drop in budget revenues in Greece. I'll go through it quickly. Budget revenues were found to be lagging by a considerable €1 billion. Revenues posted a 7% decline compared with January's 2011, while the target, these Troika target things, set for a 8.9% increase. So they wanted a 9% increase and got a 7% decrease. Worse still, value-added tax receipts, that's VAT, obviously posted an 18.7% decrease last month from January 2011. And it's not, it will be a lot because everything's being crushed and shops are closing down and industry is closing down and everything's closing down. But it's what I said a while ago. These Mediterranean countries have a certain mentality, and one of them is you crush them too far and they will kick back. They will pull themselves out of the system. They will be trading without VAT anymore, without paying tax anymore, and this is exactly what will happen in Italy and Spain. Crush them too far and then they'll, just like a bar of soap, they'll go out of the system. And there's nothing you can do about it. The harder you push them, the further they'll go from your tax collectors. Oh dear. So let's finish with scientific. American! Yo! Has petroleum production peaked? Ending the era of easy oil? Question mark. A new analysis concludes that easily extracted oil peaked in 2005, suggesting that dirtier fossil fuels will be burned and energy prices will rise. Scientific American. And that's January the 25th, 2012. It's as new as we can get. And it's mainstream media-ish. And it's there. It does exist out there. As you can see, it's a 2-page article and it's a reasonable read. Leave you with it. Thank you, bye.